coming out with us today. Today we talked about food webs, a complex interaction of different food chains within an environment. We learned a little bit about producers, like plants, consumers, and decomposers, like those cool mushrooms we found. Do you remember what producer we found? That's right, it was the sword fern. What about the decomposer we saw? Do you remember the name of this mushroom? That's right, it's the conch mushroom. Now let's look at this food web I created with some of the things we saw on our hike today. We have producers, things surrounded with a light green box, such as the sword fern or the salmonberry. We have consumers, such as the elk, the wolf, raccoon, the little larvae, and me. And last but not least, we have decomposers, the conch mushroom and some of the moss that we saw during our hike. The first step in our food web is the producers getting eaten by consumers. For example, we have the sword fern getting eaten by the larvae, a salmonberry can get eaten by a raccoon or an elk, or both of these things could just be eaten by decomposers. From here, sometimes consumers just get eaten by decomposers, but other times they can get eaten by secondary consumers, like the elk getting eaten by me or the raccoon getting eaten by the wolf. Sometimes consumers don't get eaten by another consumer, they just go straight to being decomposed. Next, decomposers break down dead or decaying things and reintroduce that nutrients back into the ecosystem by giving it back to producers, such as the sword fern or the salmonberry. Now I know that this looks complicated, but this is where we get the name food web, because all of these things are interconnected and work together to support the ecosystem. We also found my pace by seeing how many steps it took me to walk 100 feet. Then we were able to find the distance covered in a single step. If you want to find out what your pace is, come on down to the Darrington archery range. There's lots of distances you can use, but remember, safety first. Never be on the range while somebody's shooting. If you want to come outside with Glacier Peak Institute, find us on Facebook, Instagram, or on our website. Thanks so much for coming out with us today. I hope to see you soon. Bye!